What's up, YouTube? Today I got this 2018 BMW X2. I'm going to show you how to be replacing these rear pads today without a scan tool. It's got the electronic e-brake style. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe so I continue to make videos like this to make your life easier. So let's get started. Now, the only thing we're going to be doing today is replacing the rear pads. The customer does not want to do the rotors. I get it. Sometimes money's tight. It is what it is. But this is going to be a good video because this is going to show you how to do this electronic e-brake reset without any kind of scan tool. Let's do this. First thing I'm going to do is take the spring out of your way. Just take your thumbs, push back and pull out. It's that simple. Now on the back side of this caliper, you're going to have two grommets right here for the dust, for the slide pins. They're little covers to keep dirt and debris from getting in there, causing the slides to stick. Next, we're going to be taking a 7mm Allen head, going counterclockwise, lefty loosey, righty tighty. Take your two caliper bolts off. Kind of pry them back with this little screwdriver action. Now make sure your e-brake's not on when you're doing this. This has got electronic e-brake, so make sure your electronic e-brake is disabled in the vehicle's in park. Now just wiggle your caliper off, because if the e-brake's on, you ain't getting this caliper off. Alright. Now the pads are out of your way. Take note of the way they came off. The inner pad says inner on this pad, but it doesn't say inner on the pads I got. Notice the two notches on the inner are facing further apart, like these are. So this is going to be the inner. And the outer fell on the floor. I'll pick it up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. See how the two notches are the same on that one? Alright. Now, we're going to unplug this servo motor for the e-brake. Just going to press this little tab right here, back. See how it moves? And then take it loose from the caliper. Just kind of lean it out of your way. Now you're going to take this motor off the caliper, and you're going to be using a 5mm. Go ahead and reverse that. Alright, now just wiggle your motor back and forth, side to side, up and down, so you can pop it off. If you can't get it off, twisting it, if your hands ain't strong enough, just take a little screwdriver and just kind of work underneath that lip, pop it off. Now, look at that little gear right there. Let me get my little piston pusher back tool here. Put some pressure on that. It's not going to go back. So, actually, you know what? It does go back. Okay, even better. And went back a little bit. Some. So just lightly clamp your vice grips. And as you're turning it, push back your piston without this falling off. Keep on turning it clockwise until the piston stops turning. Now, we're just going to leave the vice grips on there for now. We're going to put our inner pad on. And then our outer pad. And I'm not going to put the motor back on yet, and you'll see why. Get your two caliper bolts started. All right. And lock those down so I don't forget. And put your dust boots back on, and we're going to put the spring back on as well. And just hook in one corner. Take your thumb, and while you're pushing back on the top, take your pointer finger and push in on that top. All right, now that that's in, we're going to take your vice grips. Get down on my knees a little bit here. Give you all a little bit of light here so you can see what I'm doing. Now this is crucial. We're going to turn this. You're facing where I'm facing. It's going to be counterclockwise. And you're going to turn it just until the piston is making good contact with the rotor. Once you feel it kind of locked down, back it off a couple notches. You want to be able to spin your rotor pretty easy. See how I can't turn it now? Just back it off just where you can turn the rotor. And that'll keep you from having any kind of calibration issues when you go to hit that e-brake, because it might start flashing at you and freaking out the system. Now we're going to put our motor on last. Just kind of wiggle it back and forth until it pops on that gear. Put your bolts back on here. Grab that 5mm again. All right. I'll make sure you plug back in your motor here. You got to route it right, obviously. Pop your little rubber grommet back in this holding spot so it doesn't rub anything. Plug that bad boy back in. Now we're going to lower it down. Get all my tools out of the way. Put the wheels back on them and make sure I don't have any calibration issues, which I shouldn't, because I rotated that until the pads were touching. So you can do this on a lot of vehicles with rear e-brake, electric e-brake styles. I've done it on Fords. My scan tool will do this, but I just wanted to show y'all at home, if you don't have a scan tool, no need to go buy a scan tool. For something as simple as some pads. Unless you just want to buy a scan tool. These days scan tools are so abundant, you can buy a pretty decent scan tool that will actually do that function. Let me take these gloves off. I'm going to get a white car with dirty hands for a few $100 versus this big boy right here. Yeah, this was upwards of 10 grand when I first bought it a few years ago. Okay, now just pump up your pedal for any travel that might still be there, which wasn't much. Go ahead and fire her up. All right, let's see what the e-brake does. Boom. Boom, park and brake. Boom, boom. See how the park and brake light comes on like it's supposed to? Now if there was a problem with the park and brake, it'd be flashing at you, indicating there's a problem in the calibration or something going wrong with the motor or the module that controls it, but it's working smoothly. So, and that brake light's on right there because I have to go in there and reset the pad wear life. That I'll have to do with the scan tool. So anyways, I hope this video's been informative. Y'all please check like down below. Y'all have a good day. Please subscribe. Peace out.